So it is finally time for my first wrap up of 2015, my January wrap up, and I managed to read a total of 8 books and I started 2 others, so over the course of the month I managed to read 8, as I've said. And the first book I read, I haven't got with me because I read it when I was at home over Christmas, and it was a book called Duff, Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Coldy Kaplinger. And I've actually done a review for this, which I'll link down below. As I said in the review, I really hated this book. Like, I really hated it. I think I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads because actually I was swept up in it and I did enjoy parts of it, but just the way women were represented in it was a little bit disgusting, and I was just like, I gave up. I did finish it. I finished it in one sitting actually because I couldn't sleep. I was just like flicking through. But that was the first one I read. The second book I read was Finale by Becca Fitzpatrick, and I finally finished the Hush Hush series. I really did like these books, but I also hated these books because Patch is a bit like Edward Cullen. The Hush Hush was just, that whole series just didn't work for me. I did enjoy them because I flew through them when I got into them. It was just getting into them, and that was a shame because I really wanted to enjoy this series and I really didn't. And the third book I read and finished was My True Love Gave to Me, the Christmas selection, and I read this just before Epiphany ended, before I came back to uni, so that was really nice because it meant I could read them. I tried to read them sort of after Christmas and from Christmas Day onwards to sort of try and soak up the 12 days of Christmasness, which in my house we, 12 days after, and actually it is after, but no one would agree with me in my Hall's house. But I really loved these short stories. Like, some of them did drag, but I did really love them, and as a whole I get 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. The next book I read was Flawless. I finally got books now. I was like, yes! By Sarah Shepard. Shepard. This is obviously the Pretty Little Liars series. It's the second book in the Pretty Little Liars series. I recently, well, from October, I watched the TV show. Like, I marathoned it and just got them all watched, and I really loved it. Like, really enjoyed it, and I wanted to read the books, and I actually picked them up a couple of years ago in a charity shop, and they were sort of in the stack that was about to go to charity, back to charity, and luckily I sort of rescued them out, and I have the first 8. I think there's actually 16 or 18 of them. But I'm flying through them, I'm really enjoying them. There's certain things that I prefer in the TV show, and I think it's going to be one of those book series where I actually prefer the TV show, like Vampire Diaries and stuff, just because I think it's been done really well. But I am enjoying them, and they're really short, so I'm going to flying through them to get up my numbers. The next book I read was 3 Amazing Things About You by Jill Mansell. I've actually done a review for this down below, and I've mentioned it in a haul. This book has appeared a lot this month because she's my favourite author, and her last book from last year made into my top 15 books. But yeah, if you haven't had it, just read it. Read it, it's good, it's good. If you like soppy romance, these are really good books. If you're trying to get into, like, shy away from teen contemporary romance and get into adult, this is a nice place to start. The next book I read was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I really liked this, and I tried to read it after Christmas, but it starts on page 65, my first copy, and I thought, yeah, it's going to be a weird thing to go to the weird pictures, it's going to be weird. It wasn't, it was just a mess up. So I got my new copy, and actually I really enjoyed this, more than I thought I would. It was on my Christmas list, but it was like at the bottom, but I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to reading Hollow City, which I'll probably pick up at some point in the near future. The last physical book I read and finished was Emma by Alexandra McCall Smith. Again, I filmed a review for this, I haven't put it up yet, I apologise, I have to edit it, and it's just, yeah. But these books are part of the Austen Project, and I actually started another one, and that is Sense and Sensibility. So I've started this, I haven't finished it. But I did like it. I didn't like it. It had a lot of pros and cons. If you're not a massive Austen fan, I wouldn't recommend it. The last book I finished was a short story, and it was The Queen. It was a selection novella. I did enjoy this. I was in 2 minds because I really didn't like Maxim's the king in the selection series. I just didn't like him, and in this she paints him as like this really nice guy, sort of, and it's a shame. I started, and I read a bit more of this in Germany on my Kindle, is Sense and Sensibility by Joanna Trollope, and I'm enjoying this a lot more than I enjoyed Emma. I'm only about, I think about 145 pages in, and it's really good. So I'm so far enjoying it, and this will be, hopefully I'll finish this in the next couple of days. And the final book I started and I'm yet to finish is Solitaire by Alice Oseman. And I have seen such fantastic reviews on this book, and actually I was buddy reading this with my friend. I think she actually finished it when I was in Germany. I haven't actually asked her yet. And I really wanted to like it because I see a lot of myself in her. I think that's why I don't like her. I'm just like, oh. But I'm cynical, but she is so cynical. That is my books that I read in the month of January. I will see you all soon, so bye. And tonight, it is currently the 1st of February, so I'm late as always, but tonight is the Super Bowl. And I'm very English, and me going to Super Bowl is one of the funniest things because I don't understand. I go because it's a sort of a uni night and we all go and get pictures of like beer and snake bite and we all go and sit down, and I ended up last year after about 6 pints standing up my chair and going, "What team?" And then the people around me going, "Wildcats!" The hardcore American football fans were not very impressed, but I thought it was very funny, and the next day people were like, "You were an idiot," and I was like, so wish me luck at the Super Bowl. Hopefully I'll get this edited and up today. If not, I apologise, and I'll probably see you tomorrow hungover to film my books I'm going to be reading this month. So